Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, hello. My name is Kylie and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you are watching this when it is going up, then I'm sure that you are also stuck indoors for the unknowing amount of time that it is. Obviously there's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now, and I thought that since we are all stuck inside, we can't just sit around being miserable the entire time. So I thought I would do something a little bit productive and go through my entire makeup collection. I'm gonna call it the quarantine clean out. Sounds pretty good to me. So today I'm going to take you on a little tour of my eyeshadow palette collection, and we're gonna try and declutter a bunch of stuff. Ideally, I want to try and be a little bit ambitious and get rid of, I don't know, maybe about half. I don't think that's going to happen because I think half of my collection is sitting on top of my vanity, and it's all the stuff that I love, 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 love. And there's stuff I love in the drawers too, so I don't know, we will see how I do. If you want to come along for the ride, then keep watching. I'm here all cozy in my PJs, and if you want to know when I post the rest of my quarantine clean out series, then go ahead and push the little subscribe button down below. And you can also hit the little bell icon there right beside the subscribe button, and it'll give you a nice little notification telling you when I post the rest of my series and the other videos that I plan to do. If there's anything that you want to see specifically, let me know down below. I have nothing but time right now. I was laid off from my full-time job for the time being, so I've got a whole lot of time and a whole lot of nothing to do with it, so let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see. I hope that you guys stick around and, you know, join my little family on the internet. So without further ado, because I've rambled on for long enough, let me just move you guys in and we can go through my eyeshadow palettes. My first palette drawer in my set of Alex drawers. This is the second one. We're going to do the first one first. As you can see already, they're ridiculously full. We want to change that. So, like I said before, I'm hoping to declutter half. That's what I'd be happy with. I think that I hold on to a lot of stuff that I don't need, and I feel like I have a lot of duplicates. And so, here's to hoping. I'm not going to beat myself up, but I want to see myself get rid of 20 at the minimum, like absolute minimum. So I'm going to sort a pile of absolute keeps, absolute get rid ofs, whether that's going to be throwing it out because it's old, giving it to friends or family if it's like relatively used, or if it's never been used, donating it or posting it on a Poshmark. I'm going to try and donate stuff as long as it's still in the package. Right now, obviously, we're really caring a lot about being sanitary, so I'm not going to be able to donate anything that's been even like just lightly swatched or opened or anything like that, so we will see. And then I also would like to announce right now that I am planning on doing a giveaway. It's not going to be any like of this used makeup or anything like that. It will be new products. I've got some stuff set aside already. As soon as I get to 1,000 subscribers, I want to do a little bit of a giveaway. So I don't know when we're going to get there, but when we do, there will be a giveaway. So you can look forward to that. So first thing right on top is this Essence Yes I Can palette. This one I'm getting rid of. It's boring. The metallics are okay, the mattes are terrible, so that is gonna go. Cargo Cosmetics. This is called the Blockbuster eyeshadow palette. Looks like this. Another boring neutral palette. That can also go. Okay, this is a Deco Scarlet palette. I've never used it. Untouched. I think I did swatch the highlighter in here and maybe that metallic shade. So this one I'm going to get rid of as well. This one I will probably end up either selling on my Poshmark after I sanitize it or giving it to a friend. I'm not going to specify everything I'm going to do with everything, but I just want to establish that at the start. This is one of the NYX Perfect Filter palettes. It's a neutral warm palette that can go as well. I don't want to have a lot of repetition in here. Okay, this is a Makeup Forever palette. It's just got 3 of the single shades. That is going to stay. Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions, that is gonna stay. This is the Shannexo Remix palette. Looks like that. This is gonna go in the maybe pile. I think I've only used this twice, and I want to be able to use it more because I know that there are people that swear by it, but I'm not sure. This guy is some depotted eyeshadows from the Lila palette. This I'm going to keep. I just depotted those the other day and I really like those shades. This is the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Mini Controversy palette. This guy I am going to keep. I've never used it, but I want to use it. And once I get rid of some stuff around here, you know, I'll feel more like using it. So that can stay. These I already know I'm going to keep. This is my green brown palette from ColourPop. I made it. There's a couple shadows from Kaleidos and some other places. But yeah, keeping that. This is my purple palette from ColourPop as well with, I think that's Kat Von D. Couldn't tell you. Keeping. This is the Juvia's Place Saharan palette. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. I barely use my Juvia's palettes. This one is the Afrique palette. That's going to go in the maybe as well. We'll just keep them all together. This one is the Nubian 2. This is a big boy. It looks like this. It's relatively dark, so I'm going to also put this in the maybe pile. We'll revisit that at the end. This is the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I think I've only used this twice, maybe. The shades are really gorgeous in here, and I've only used a couple of them. Oh, I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. We'll see. This is the NARS Danger Control palette. This one I know I'm keeping. I call it my Easter palette. It's all metallics and it's just these really gorgeous pastel duochrome kind of shades. Definitely keeping this. Super unique, super pretty. Vizier Tryst palette. Looks like that. It's a like pinky purple kind of palette. I think I'm going to keep it. Vizier Golden Hour, if I can open it. I think I'm going to keep that as well. It sounds bad, but I bought all of this with my own money, or it was a gift, and so I take the things I get rid of a lot more seriously than a lot of like big YouTubers that receive PR will get, just because I like have this twisted mindset of like, oh, I spent my money on it, I need to get my money's worth, so I'm trying to get around that. But like the thing is if I'm going to be getting rid of things, I'd rather keep the expensive things that are good quality and get rid of cheaper palettes, if that makes any sense, since I bought everything myself. Okay, this is the Essence Spice Up Your Life palette. I think I used this twice. It's gonna go. Actually, it really reminds me of that NYX palette that we just got rid of. This is the e.l.f. 18 Hit Wonders palette. That's gonna go. I didn't like the quality of that, to be honest. This is the Pure Midnight Masquerade palette. The blush here has gone off, I think. That or it's Silver Fallout. I'm really not 100% sure. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I think I used it maybe once or twice. This brown shade and that like green and gold shade is really nice, and the highlighter and blush are nice, but I just don't need it. That's gonna end up getting thrown out because I just don't know if it's good anymore. This is the Cargo Cosmetics Enjoy Your Journey palette. It's just like a little cool neutral palette. Definitely gonna declutter that guy. I don't think I've ever used it. Okay, this is the Violet Voss Essentials palette. This is from a BoxyCharm as well. I'm actually going to keep this guy. I really like the Dusty Road shade. I like that I could do some neutral looks and some more vibrant looks with it. This is a great palette for traveling. I'm going to keep it. I'm really glad I got it. This is the Too Faced, I think it was the Let It Snow Girl. Doesn't say on it. It was from the one of the holiday sets from this year. I was really unhappy with the size of these eyeshadows. I thought it was kind of ridiculous for the price, especially given the size of pans and other Too Faced palettes, but I do actually like this palette. It has some really nice quality shades in it, and I thought that it was a little different than their normal ones. You have this beautiful silver pressed glitter, you've got this green and blue and a purple and a nice red shade, and it's just a little different than their other palettes. The packaging sucks, but it is actually relatively nice quality. Okay, now onto the Marc Jacobs palettes. I can already tell you I'm not going to get rid of any of these. So this one is the gold one, and it is the About Last Night palette. This one was the Christmas palette for, I think, 2017. I actually just recently bought that off someone who had never used it. This one is the one from, I think, 2018. This is the Wild one. I'm telling everybody right now I'm not getting rid of any of my Marc Jacobs palettes. Let's stick with the holiday theme. This was the holiday from this year. It looks like this. It was the Electric palette. I think they got rid of doing the bigger palettes. I'm not sure why. Maybe they were losing money on it. Maybe they didn't sell well, but this one looks like this. It's like a purple pinky palette, and it is the Frivolux. And then this one is the Smartorial. This is a beautiful blue-green palette. Definitely not getting rid of that. Super unique to my collection. I like all those. Okay, this is the Laura Sanchez Moods palette. I bought this as an Ipsy add-on, and the quality really sucks. That can go. This is a like no-name palette. It's got these pretty neutral colors and these pressed glitters. The mattes are terrible, but the pressed glitters are nice. I like them because it is actually just glitter. It's not like shimmery metallic shades into like some weird wet glitter formula. And I like that it literally is just glitter pressed into a pan. So I'm going to depot these and put them in with my single shadows. So technically it's going to be decluttered, but the glitters are going to stay. This is the Nomad Berlin Underground palette. I got this as an Ipsy add-on as well. This palette I really like. It's got these really gorgeous grungy greens and browns. It's just a really muted palette, and I really like the quality of this. It's going to stay. This is the, what was the name of this? I think it was the Heavy Metals palette, something like that. It was a holiday palette from Urban Decay. Looks like this. The packaging, it's like nice and high quality, like it's a really hard plastic, but it's just odd. The shades themselves swatch super, super nicely. You know, this is every shimmer shade I would ever need. I could literally keep this in a matte palette and that'd be everything I need, but with the packaging, I don't find myself using it, so I think as much as I don't want to because it's beautiful, I'm going to declutter that. I think that was the first, like, hard choice. So that is our first drawer here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the keeps back in. And we're on to the second drawer. We're doing pretty well. I think that was like half of everything that was in there. So let's go into this guy. So first, let's go with this. This is the Laura Lee Party Animal palette. I have convinced myself to keep keeping it because I don't have these neon shades anywhere else, but I've never used it. I'm never gonna use it. I don't need it. This is the ColourPop Soul palette. I love ColourPop shadows. This was actually the first palette I think I ever bought from them, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I've never used it. It's a little too warm for me, and the mattes in here I just don't think are as good as the single mattes that I have, so why keep it? Bye-bye. This is the Morphe 9B Bronzed Babe palette. I pretty much got this before I hit VIB Rouge because I needed to hit free shipping, and I had never tried a Morphe palette before, and so I convinced myself to pick it up, and I don't need it. It can go. I like the packaging of it. It's actually pretty weighted, but this is a Laura Geller Baked eyeshadow duo. I've never touched it. It can go. This is a Manna Kadar 3-in-1 eyeshadow bronzer, whatever they want to call it. I just got this in a Luxe box, and I'm never going to use it. It's still sealed in packaging, so that can be donated. This is the Hank and Henry Living in Color palette. Originally, when this came in last month's BoxyCharm, I thought this was the one I wanted, just because it was, you know, it's a nice brand. Hank and Henry is a YouTuber, if you don't know that, and I really like the products that I've tried from them, but I just know myself, the packaging is super thick and bulky. The palette's the exact same size as the box, so it's really thick for no reason at all, and I don't need it. It's just another warm neutral palette with a pop of blue. Okay, so this is the Too Faced Natural Matte palette. This is in the original tin packaging that Too Faced was so known for. And as much as I really love the shade Strapless, I don't need this. It's just another neutral palette. Don't need it. This is the It Cosmetics Superhero palette. It looks like this. It had really mixed reviews. And as much as everybody raves about the mascara, I don't hear anybody talking about this anymore. And I've never touched it, and I don't need it. That can get donated, hopefully. Let's see. Oof. Okay. This is the Pure Festival palette. Pure gets a lot of flack about, you know, not being an inspiring kind of brand. I actually really liked this. For a really long time, this was the palette that I love the most that I've gotten from a BoxyCharm. My only issue is that there is a lot more metallics than mattes. You only have, I think, 3 mattes in this whole palette. 4 mattes. I really like these pressed glitters. They're pretty unique. The quality is just, it's really nice. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because I do really like Pure. Okay. This one's a definite keep. This is the Lorac Luxe Diamond palette. This is my favorite palette. This is my holy grail. I could live with just this palette and I would be fine. I'm going to keep that. Better London Natural Goddess palette. Looks like this. It's really pretty and I've swatched it a couple of times, and when I saw this I was really inspired by it. I thought it looked really nice, but you only get these 2 mattes here. There's no transition shade, and I think it's like the outside of the packaging is just so pretty. I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile. This is the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette. I'm gonna keep it. It's really nice for travel, and I like to pair it with this. So this is the Natasha Denona Brow palette. Looks like this. I use it for brows and as eyeshadow actually. The shades are really pigmented, same as an eyeshadow would be. And so I like to pair this with the Big Browns palette. And I like it because I could use it for brows too. These are lipstick palettes. I know I'm going to keep this one. This is the Urban Decay and Nagel. If I can open it, jeez. This is the little lipstick palette. I'm going to keep it. I like these little lipstick palettes. This is the Stila Convertible Colors palette. It's supposed to be for lips and cheeks. I'm going to get rid of this. This is the original Urban Decay lip palette. Looks like this. I'm going to keep this. I really like the shades in it. And then I'm going to keep this as well. This is the Anastasia lip palette. I like to use this for doing makeup on others. I like being able to mix my own shades. So that can stay. I know I'm going to keep this. I've only used it a few times, but I keep it for sentimental reasons. This is the Smashbox Cover Shot Golden Hour palette. It's just really pretty pinky purple colors. These are all metallics, and those are the only mattes in the palette. And this was actually the palette that my husband bought me when we got married. He bought me a palette to use for our wedding day, and this is the one that I chose to get. It's really pretty and romantic, and I'm going to keep it. This is my only other Smashbox Cover Shot palette, and this one is in Metallic Eye palette. This one, it actually exploded, and so I tried to clean it up as well as I could, and I'm gonna declutter it. The shades are really nice, they still work, and you know, as much as nobody really talks about Smashbox, their Cover Shot palettes are really good quality. The metallics are really soft and creamy, but I don't need it. It's just another metallic neutral palette. This guy is just a Makeup Forever little palette here, and it's got this from The Balm, and this is from, I want to say like Real Her maybe? Oh no, this is from Deca Scarlet. This is the most beautiful like champagne-y color ever, and this is really nice for contour. And I'll actually literally just use this duo when I travel, and I could use it on my face and my eyes, so I'm definitely keeping that. Super handy. This is the Pure Crystal Clear palette. This was from this year's holiday, and it is a full face palette. It is huge. Looks like this. And these are all matte shadows. These are your face products, and then these are all metallic shadows and glitters. And I love this. This is the literal perfect palette for travel. You can take this and literally just bring your foundation with you. And there you go. You have everything. You can do your brows with it, everything. This is the Tartus Pro palette. It looks like this. This one, oof. This one I'm going to put in the maybe pile. This used to be like the one eyeshadow palette I used. I didn't use anything but this for a long time because I didn't have much of a collection, but my mom bought this for me, and I don't know. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. I don't think I'm ready to let go of it, but we'll see. Okay, this is the Milani Pure Passion palette. I bought this on sale recently because I think that they are discontinuing this one. They might just be repackaging it though. It's really beautiful. It's a really pretty neutral, warm kind of burgundy palette, and I'm going to keep it. This is the Magnifies Spice Edition from Rimmel. This is a pretty much perfect shade for shade dupe of the Naked Heat palette, and it's actually really nice quality. I don't really hear people talking about Rimmel eyeshadow palettes, but it's really nice. I've used this quite a bit. You wouldn't be able to tell, but I used it a lot when I first got it. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. Like I said before, if I have something that does the same thing that was more expensive, I'm gonna keep it. This is the Rimmel Magnifies Jewel Rocks. Super pretty. I really love this mustard shade, these metallics here, the greens. It's really pretty. Super inspiring color scheme for me. When I saw it at the drugstore, I knew I had to have it. And this is the CoverGirl True Naked Sunsets palette. This is actually really amazing. I was super surprised when I bought this. The metallics are super creamy. That's insane. The mattes are just, wow, this is just as good as anything that you could buy high-end. Like, honestly, really amazing. I'm gonna keep this. Perfect example of how drugstore makeup can be great. Wanna know what though? The shades in this and the Rimmel palette are pretty much the same, and the quality of this is better. So I'm gonna keep this guy and declutter that. I don't know why I put that over the maybe pile, but definitely keeping that guy. Let's get through these single shadows. I'm gonna keep all of them. I'm gonna tell everybody that right now. This is a Marc Jacobs single shadow. It is a really pretty bluey gray with micro glitter in it, and it's called Dynamo. Keeping that. These are the Ace Beauty eyeshadow duos. I have both of them. Overpriced, but they are really nice. They remind me of the ColourPop single shadows, the Super Shots. These are the Tarte, what were they called? The Chrome Paints, there, that was what they were called. These are nice, I like them. This is from the holiday set this year, so they're just little baby ones. And they're a good size, and I don't reach for like toppers like that super often, so I don't mind keeping them. W7 Dust Till Dawn. It was supposed to be a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk. That can go. Terrible quality. Smashbox Double Exposure. This can go. Never used it. Don't know why I have it. Smashbox Full Exposure. Same thing. Never used it. Don't know why I have it. Okay. This is the Kat Von D Interstellar palette. It's a really pretty cool tone palette. Blues and grays. The quality of this is really good. You know, it's OG Kat Von D. Back when she was getting really popular. Silver's gorgeous, grays are gorgeous. I can put this in the maybe pile. I don't have anything like this in my collection. It's something that I'd like to have, but I don't know if I need it. This is the Too Faced Love palette. It's really beautiful. It's a little older. I think this is 2 or 3 years old, but it still performs like new. Well, my only issue with this has ever been the fact that I can't make a whole look out of it. Everything in here is a metallic shade except for, I think, that. Yeah, that's the only matte in the whole palette, except for these. I think this has like some glitter in it. I don't know. I want to keep it because the metallics in here are insane. Like, look at that. I barely touched it. The shade is gorgeous. I liked using that as a highlight as well. I want to keep it. Like, these are the best metallic shades. I swear. It like breaks my heart that they discontinued this, because honestly, these are the best metallics I've ever used. Like, they are so soft and so creamy. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because I don't know. It's really pretty. Okay. This is the Bomb Petal to the Meadow shadow in the shade Turbo. It is a cream shadow. It's really pretty. I'm gonna keep it. I don't have a lot of cream shadows. It's nice for like a one and done kind of look. This is the Suva Beauty shadow in Empire State. Looks like that. It's just a pretty kind of silvery, champagne-y kind of color. I'm gonna keep it. I just haven't had a chance to depot it yet. This one, this is the Becca and Chrissy Teigen collab. The top broke a little bit. This is the like shadow and like creamy putty kind of highlighter duo. This is what the shadow looks like. Super pretty. Gorgeous, actually. And it's got a little like cream putty highlighter down here, which is also gorgeous, although it keeps kind of leaking oiliness out the side of it, so I'm gonna have to clean it up, but keeping. I like remember being so like that collection I wanted so bad, but I couldn't justify it, and I mostly just wanted that, so when I found it at Marshall's, I got it. This is the Rude Cosmetics Fairy Tale palette. This is their book 3 from their 35 series. I bought this because I think it's really pretty. I think this blue shade called to me, but I know I have another blue shade like that in my collection, and the rest of it's just kind of for neutrals, I'm gonna declutter it. I've been holding on to it, but I am gonna declutter it. And that was it in here. Oh wait, I've got these. These are the little new e.l.f. bite-sized palettes. I've got Rose Water and, what was this? Berry Bad or something? Yeah, Rose Water and Berry Bad. They look like that. They're really cute. I got them together because I thought that I could have the mauve palette of my dreams that I've been looking for, but it isn't great. I was excited about it because I saw Kathleen Lights review them and she said that they were just as good as high end, and they are not. I didn't think the mattes were great. She said they were so pigmented, and I love Kathleen, so no hate on her. I might have gotten a dud, I don't know, but I wasn't a fan of these, but I want to try them one more time before I declutter them. So we'll see. These are going to be in the maybe pile, but if I can get them to work, I'm going to depot them and put them in a little magnetic palette. So we'll see. They're a yes for now, but I'm going to get rid of them in the future. And these are just lashes that I didn't have room for with the rest of my lashes. So these can come out for right now. And then this is a Phase Zero Violet Velvet eyeshadow I got in Nipsey. It can go. Never even opened it. Brand new. These are all mascaras. I'm not going to get rid of any of them because I have not opened any of them. And so they're still good. I don't buy mascara anymore because I have so many from boxes and sets and like little samples from Sephora. So these are all going to stay. Let's put all that in here. Hello from a separate angle here. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the palettes that I keep stored up on top of my vanity, so that's why we had a little switch up of the angle. Don't mind my like ridiculously dirty vanity. That's also going to be part of the quarantine cleanup here, but let's move on, shall we? Okay, so first drawer, these are all either frequently used like favorite palettes or palettes that I am trying to use more, so this is going to be hard. Right off the bat, this is the C Color Cosmetics Dope 1 palette. It is a dupe for the Laura Lee Nudie Patootie palette, and I'm keeping it. This is the Dope 2 palette, and this is a dupe for the Manning MUA palette. Oh, my only issue is this shade right there. It is so beautiful. Ugh. But it is extremely dupeable. Unfortunately, I'm gonna declutter this. I don't want to, but I'm going to. I've never used it. Okay, this is the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. Looks like this. We've all seen it. I'm gonna keep it. This is my favorite palette that I can just grab and know that I'm gonna get a pretty look out of it for work. Ace Beauty Classical Paradise. Looks like this. One of my favorite palettes. Keeping it. Ace Beauty Blossom Passion. I have used this. I don't know why I keep that on it, but it looks like this. This is a new addition to my collection, and I'm going to keep it. Super unique palette. I love Ace Beauty. So that was the first little acrylic drawer here. I told you we weren't going to be doing as well. Okay, Viseart Dark Edit palette. Looks like that. It's just a kind of a mini version of their Dark Mattes palette with a couple of shimmers. I'm going to keep that. This is the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Friendcation palette. I bought this on Julia Mazzicato's recommendation. It's one of her favorite palettes, and I really like it. I'm going to keep it. I think it's my only palette from Dose of Colors. This is also a new addition. This is the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette, if I can get it open. Looks like this. This one, I don't know. I have swatched it and I used it once. It's just not that remarkable. Like the shimmer shades are just kind of okay. The mattes were, you know, they're good. They're mattes. I like it mostly because of this little quadrant right there. Let's see how this blue is. That blue is beautiful. Look at this like greeny blue. Yeah, I mean, it's really pretty. I don't know if I'm ready to give it up. I've only used it once. That's not good at all. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. I might give that up. Okay, this is the Artist Couture, what was this called? The Midnight Maven palette. This was beautiful. I think a lot of people miss this. I think it was only made in limited quantities, I'm not sure. And this was at Sephora for the holiday collection from Artist Couture, and it's beautiful. Gorgeous formula, perfect for every day or for, you know, something fun. These 3 mattes here, perfect for every day. I really like this, and I'm going to keep it. Really nice formula. You guys should check it out. I think they just released a new palette, and I want to get it. Okay, this is Kevin Aquan. This is, what is this called? The Essential Eyeshadow. And this is going to go in my purse, so it's not going to be in with my collection anymore, but I am going to have it. This is the ColourPop Chasing Rainbows palette, and it looks like this. I actually got this for free around Christmas time last year, I think. I'm mostly keeping it for this shade. Oof. It's like a really pretty white with like a yellow gold kind of duochrome to it. And then this shade right there. Oh, this shade. And also this shade. Pretty much the metallics. The metallics really make this palette. Looks like that. So stunning. I don't know if you could see that on camera super well, but it's beautiful, and I'm going to keep it around for now because I just started using this actually. I've had it for, I want to say like a year, and I didn't really use it, but I swatched it the other day, and I really like this. It's a hidden gem from ColourPop. Nobody really talks about it, but that is a keep for now. This guy is the Alama Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette. Gorgeous neutral, everyday kind of palette. This shade is stunning. So is that. Like, all of these metallics ready. Like, they're stunning. The mattes are great, and I'm going to keep this for now. I used to use this as an everyday palette. I got really good use out of it. This color is great, and I would kind of mix those 3. Perfect for every day. So I'm going to keep it for now. If I don't get a lot of use out of it, it's going to get decluttered, but for now, it is safe. This is the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. It looks like this. This was probably my favorite palette I've gotten from BoxyCharm. It's just stunning, the shade here. These are the best metallic shades that Ace Beauty's ever done. I can put this in the beauty pile. Okay. Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder. It's gonna stay. I still can't decide if I want to get the Celestial Storm palette because a lot of the shades I was excited about in it aren't in here, but I'm gonna keep it for now. It's really pretty. I barely use it. This is the Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn palette. This is the perfect palette for me. It's got the grungy mustard with the like oranges and the green. It's just, oh, perfect. Literally the perfect palette. I love this so much. Ace Beauty is probably one of my favorite brands. And then keeping with that, this is the Ace Beauty Flare palette. I just bought this, and it looks like this, and it's gorgeous. And I actually bought a second one as well for that giveaway that I just talked about. And then this is the Paris Hilton New Nude palette. It's a complete ripoff of the Huda Beauty New Nude palette, and it looks like this. Super pretty. Gonna keep it. Gotten some good use out of it. And it was only, I think, $10. So much cheaper than the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. So that's everything from those drawers. We did a really shitty job. I got rid of one. But I'm gonna put this stuff back in. And for that, this will be everything from here. So I'm gonna put stuff in there, and then we will see. Okay, so I'm gonna start just kind of pulling stuff out of thin air to you guys here. Okay, this is the Storybook Cosmetics Red Riding Hood palette. We just recently got this in a BoxyCharm, and I used it once. The shade Bad Wolf is really pretty. It's like this really kind of grayish color, and it is pretty, and I can't decide about this. If I'm gonna get rid of it, it can go. Okay, these are my other ones. I'm gonna tell everybody right now that these palettes that I have up on display, I'm probably not gonna get rid of any of them. I'm just gonna put that out there now. They're all my nicer palettes, but this is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. Looks like this. It's probably the most gorgeous palette in my collection. It's really stunning. It's gonna stay 100%. This is the Iconic London Date Slay palette. This we just got in a BoxyCharm, and it's actually stunning. I know it's just a Form Tone Neutral palette. Surprise, surprise, but it's actually gorgeous. This one had some backlash too, because I guess the formula was different than the usual formula, but I thought the formula was great. Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette. This guy I really, really love. You can see I've gotten some use out of it. It's really easy for just a normal daily look. I use Aura a lot. That shade and that shade. The glitters, I'd buy this whole palette again just for those glitters. The metallics are really nice too, but the glitters is what it's all about. It's the best glitter formula I've ever used for pressed glitter. That's gonna stay. This is the Sephora and Moschino collaboration. It's the laptop palette. You've got a little color switch here. And then that is what the colors in the palette look like. It's a really neat color story. And I've gotten some really nice looks out of it. This shade and that shade with that can just make a nice neutral look. You got some neutral shimmers. These guys are gorgeous. I've compared the shimmers to kind of Natasha Denona quality. It's really nice, and I managed to get this on sale, so I am going to keep this guy. It's big and it's bulky, but it is really nice. Okay, this guy is the Kat Von D Fetish palette. Not from this year, but from last year's Christmas collection. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile for right now. We're going to compare the shades in the maybe pile at the end and see, because I'm not going to keep all of them, obviously. So we'll see about this guy. I think I'm going to keep, though, kind of sentimental. It was one of my first, like, big purchases from Sephora. So that guy is a maybe. Okay, Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. Looks like this. I'm not gonna lie, the quality is, it's kind of, it's okay. I just want to compare these here. See any similarities? I think I'm gonna get rid of the Jeffree Star palette, and I think I'm gonna keep, well, I know I'm gonna keep the Ace Beauty palette. I didn't think this was gonna happen, but I think I have to declutter this guy. It's beautiful. It was used literally once or twice. This is the Lorac Pro, the artistry book. Not to be confused with Lorac. It's Lorac. And it's awesome. I got this for Christmas this year for my mom. It was the only Christmas present I asked for. You can kind of see yourself up there. But it looks like this. It is a big old artistry book. These are similar to the Huda Beauty metallic shades in the New Nudes palette, and it's gorgeous. Definitely gonna keep this. My mom got it for me this year. Okay, we're gonna get into our big palettes. Let's bring both of these guys out. First off, this is the Morphe 39 Fade palette, I want to say. Gorgeous Grundy palette. This is great. It is a metallic red shade. Keeping this though. I already know that for a fact. I recently got this. I think this is the best palette Morphe's ever made. Just a stunning, stunning palette, honestly. Like, props to Morphe for that. This is obviously the re-released one after they got rid of the quote-unquote limited edition one. This is, I'm sure, familiar with everybody. This is the Morphe and James Charles palette. This one I actually just got. I didn't get it at launch, like a lot of people did. Still got the little thing with the shade names on it. And you can see I used this once. I think I used this once. I want to use this because I didn't really give it a chance. And, you know, so many people love this. Like, this is so many people's favorite palette. This is hard. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile because even if I don't use it on myself, this is a really good palette for doing makeup on others. I'm going to put it in that maybe pile. I don't know. It's a hard one for me, to be honest. But I know for a fact I'm not getting rid of this, so if I'm getting rid of one of them, it'd be the James Charles, but I don't want to get rid of either. Okay. Next we've got my Makeup Forever palette. This one I made by myself. It's just full of random single shadows. They're all kind of interesting shades, which is why I picked them out. And I managed to get a lot of them on clearance too, so I am going to keep this guy. If I'm being honest with myself, I don't use it a whole lot, but it is a really nice thing to have when I'm doing makeup on others. It's Makeup Forever, so the shadows are super high quality, super soft and silky, pigmented. not gonna lie, I like their old formula in the round pans a little better, but these are still great quality. I love the little metal tin palette. A lot of people don't. And I've got my Natasha Denona midi palettes. So this one is the newest. This is the Love palette. Definitely keeping. Sunrise palette, also definitely keeping. I love that it's got these mustard shades in it. It's just beautiful. Love it. Next, I've got my Milk Cosmetics palettes. This first one is the Impulsive palette. This guy's a big honker. You can see how thick it is there, but this is stunning. I'm definitely not getting rid of it. It's got all those really beautiful grungy tones that I like. These metallics are amazing. This shade is stunning. So definitely not getting rid of that. And then while we are there, we also have everybody's favorite palette, the Gemini palette. I paid an arm and a leg for this, and it is my perfect everyday palette. I love doing grungy green eyes, and then you got your neutrals on the side. Never getting rid of this. It is perfect. I've also got the Melt Smoke Sessions palette on the way to me. Next we've got my two Lime Crime Venus XLs. This is the original guy. It's your perfect pinky palette right there. Keeping. And your Venus XL 2. I just used this guy today to do my makeup actually. Definitely keeping this as well. I know I already have a pinky palette. I can hear everybody thinking it that I just kept the Ace Beauty one, but I don't know. This one has a lot more depth in it and a lot more purpley shades that the Ace Beauty one doesn't have. There is a little bit of overlap, but not a whole lot between the two of them, so I don't feel too bad keeping both. Okay, let's go into the Natasha Denona palettes. First we'll do the mini guys. Mini Lila, definitely keeping. I'm not getting rid of any of mine Natasha Denona, so. Mini Gold, keeping. This is the OG Cranberry palette. A lot of people had either hit or miss with this. I will say that the colors in the pan, the mattes, they don't come off like that on the eye, and I don't actually mind that because they're pretty dark shades and it comes off a lot more pinky and pretty on the eye. Love this. This purple shade is stunning. Nude is gorgeous. A lot of people loved this shade. It was in the original Christmas collection she did. I think it was in the Joya palette. Don't quote me on that though, but stunning. Definitely keeping. This is from this year's Christmas collection. This is the Metropolis palette. This is my perfect palette. If I could only keep one palette in my entire collection forever, it would be this palette. This has everything I need in it. This is the Gold palette. This is my perfect everyday palette. Everybody loves the Gold palette. Definitely keeping. And then the OG guy. This is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. This is what kind of started the craze with the Natasha Denona. You can see I've gotten some pretty good use out of it, especially this guy right here. I like mixing the yellow and that together. Stunning. Keeping. I will probably never get rid of any of my Natasha Denona palettes. These guys. So these are the ABH Norvina palettes, the big guys. This is the first one. These are your purples, some reds and pinks in there. You can actually get a really neutral look out of this. I usually take E3 with C5. This is the second one. And then this, I believe, is everybody's favorite one, if we're being honest. Looks like that. It's got a little bit of a more neutral tone to it. You could get more neutral looks out of this, but I will be keeping all three of them. They literally cost an arm and a leg. Like, I literally chopped it off and just mailed it in. Okay. This is my Z palette. This is my OG Z palette, and it is an actual Z palette. These are all ColourPop shades. This is like my warm neutral palette. And those two are Kat Von D, and then this is an AOA Studios, like putty shadow. Keeping. This is the Sephora Pro. I think this one's the Cool palette. Looks like this, and I will be keeping it. It's nice having one big Cool palette when I don't have a lot of cool shades. And then this is the Sephora Pro New Nudes palette. It's a lot different than the Huda Beauty New Nudes. It's not quite as mauve-y, and I'm definitely keeping that small. Super pretty. So This is the Jaclyn Hill Vault. I don't have her big palette because it didn't really call to me, but I do like the Vault. So this one is Armed and Gorgeous. This is my favorite one out of the bunch. This one is Ring the Alarm. Bling Boss. And Dark Magic. The shade's got a little bit of hard pan. I'm going to take some tape to it. But other than that, everything else is pretty good with these. I think I managed to get a good set of them. The Talk of the Town. This is my Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. I've thought about getting rid of this a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie, I've not used it a whole lot, but I will probably never get rid of this. I've been watching Shane Dawson for 10 years, and I bought it to support him, not for the makeup really. These are all my Pat McGrath palettes. This is the Eye Ecstasy Subversive. This is her little mini palette. These are really affordable if you want to try Pat McGrath's formula. And this also has a lot of the Mothership, what was it, Mothership 3s? That limited edition one. She just re-released it for the Star Wars collab. But this actually has, I think, 3 or 4 of the shades in it. So if you missed out on that, getting this, you'll get some of those shades. And the formula is really nice in it. The packaging's a little, you know, whatever, but it's mostly about the formula for this guy. This is one of the Blitz Astral quads that she released for Christmas of this year. This one was everybody's favorite one, and it doesn't say on it. I think it was called Ritualistic Rose. And it looks like that. It's stunning. Although, if I'm being honest, I expected it to be a little better than it was. Okay, this one is the Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition. This was her original 6-pan. Looks like that. This is the neutral one. Perfect to just grab it and get up and go. This one was for Christmas last year. Yeah, not the one that just passed, but the one before that. And this is Bronze Temptation. Looks like that. And then I've got both of her little Star Wars palettes. So this one looks like that. And then this one. These are the rest of my Lime Crime palettes. This is the Venus XS Silver, Venus XS Gold, and the Venus XS Rose Gold. Keeping all of them. This rose gold one is gorgeous, and this gold one, that's actually like a pressed glitter kind of foil in it. It's so gorgeous. Those are really nice if you just need to pick something up and go. And then we've got the original Venus palette. Venus 2. This is my favorite. This is like an everyday wear for me. I love taking Mustard and Mud and Fly. That's it. And then the Venus 3. This one's really pretty. I've got a bit of hard pan here, so I'm going to take some tape to it. That's my only issue with this palette, is these two shimmers here do get hard pan, but they're still stunning on the eye, and there's nothing wrong with them aside from that, so I'm just going to take some tape to it and fix it right up. Okay guys, Anastasia Original Norvina. Stunning. Really underrated. This is probably one of my favorites. And if you look at it, it's such a stunning color story. It's perfect for spring. So beautiful. Everybody's favorite, and definitely not talked about enough. This is the Jackie Aina palette. So gorgeous. The ever controversial Subculture. This is one of the few shades in my collection that I've hit pan on. I love this palette. I love taking Dawn and then just All Star and Adorn, and that's such a beautiful look. And to have either of these before, I managed to get this little box set from this year's, I think it was Black Friday. This is stunning. Such a beautiful piece to keep my palettes in. And first we have the OG Modern Renaissance. This is new. I've used it once or twice, I think, since I got this. And then we've got Soft Glam. stunning. And she looks like that. We've all seen her before. Perfect for every day. Dusty Rose is one of my favorite shades. Same with Sultry and Rose Pink. So gorgeous. Okay, so everything is put back. And let's go through this maybe pile and see if there's anything here that we're going to get rid of. I have this Kevin McQuan palette, and I said I was going to keep it for my purse. But I think I need to declutter this. It was super pricey, and I don't want to just have a little expensive palette to keep in my purse when somebody else could be getting some use out of it. So I'm going to pass this along. Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. She is stunning, and I love Ace Beauty. Ace Beauty makes one of my absolute favorite formulas. Pass this guy on too. I have those pinks in the Blossom palette and some of the grungier shades in the other ones, so I don't need it. Okay, Too Faced Love palette. Most beautiful metallics in the game, but I know that since I can't make a full look out of it, I'm never going to use it, and I'm going to pass it along. Kat Von D Interstellar palette. It's just so beautiful. That's why I have a hard time with it. It's got this gorgeous little lilac shade. Let's see if I can dupe that lilac shade. It has a shade similar, and it does. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. This guy can go. This is the Butter London Natural Goddess. Don't need it. Pure Festival palette. As gorgeous as it is, don't need it. My Juvia's Place palettes. This is hard. I think I'll keep both of these and I'll get rid of the Afrique palette. I think I'm okay with that. So Afrique is gone. This is the Shan Exo Remix palette by BH. See, my issue is I really like this side. You know, this side is just okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. The shades are really pretty. I just haven't really had a chance to use it because I have so many other palettes. This just sounds really pretty. I really like that shade. I'm gonna keep this. It's really pretty, and I love Shan Exo, so that guy is gonna stay. The Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. Oof. I don't know why this is so hard for me. I really love these pink shades here. Wine and Dine is a really pretty red color. I'm gonna keep it. If I don't use these, I might do like a small declutter that I won't film. If I find the next, like, if I don't use them for the next month or two, they're gone. Tarte's Pro palette. I'm gonna keep it. It's kind of sentimental to me because my mom gave it to me and I love my mom. And if I'm gonna keep that, then I have to get rid of this. I just got this. I've used it all one time. It can go. It's not that great. The mattes are really nice in it, but between the Tarte's Pro palette and the Shan Exo palette, I've got those mauve shades, so I don't need this too. As nice as the packaging is, and as much as I would love to try Fenty Beauty's formula, it's just the shimmers aren't great in here, and I don't want to keep a palette that's subpar. I still have the box for it. I used it once. I just got it. Okay, Kat Von D Fetish palette. So there's that green. I think I'm gonna do the same with these. I'm gonna keep them for now, and if they don't get used within the next month or so, then I'm gonna get rid of them. Thank you guys so much for decluttering with me. I hope that you are enjoying this little quarantine clean out series so far. I know that this was a little bit of a long video, but they will not all be this long. I just happen to have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. It's probably the biggest thing in my collection. So thank you so much for hanging in there and enjoying this wild ride of a eyeshadow palette to declutter. I definitely got rid of some stuff I was not expecting to, so that was a little bit exciting. I also definitely did not get rid of half my collection like I originally said I wanted to, which is fine. I wasn't really expecting to. I was gonna be happy if I got rid of at least 20, and we got rid of a lot more than that. Let me get the bag and show you. This is the big bag of stuff that is getting decluttered. It is huge and it is full. So I think that I did an okay job. I'm not mad at myself, not super happy, but I have a ton of room in my drawers right now. I could probably fit all of the palettes in one drawer now, versus before I didn't have any room in either drawer. They were overflowing, as you saw. So I have a lot of room, and I'm going to do my best to not fill it. I am planning on doing a no buy, low buy situation. If you guys want to see a video all about my rules and regulations for 2020 for myself, let me know down below, and I'd be happy to make that, as well as kind of a project pan idea that I want to do, but we'll see. Let me know down below. I want to film a bunch of videos for you guys if I can. That is my big goal for 2020, is to try and grow my channel. So make sure that you guys subscribe down below and hit the little bell icon. It'll let you know when I post my next quarantine clean out video, as well as all the other content I have planned for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys have an amazing, fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining my little family on the internet if you guys subscribed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!